Greetings, people of Earth. I'm Rick Harold. Thanks for watching my video and listening to my podcasts. Today I'm going to talk about how I met my brother, Viresh Bhatia. Viresh and I started InstallShield, as I've said in many different videos and talked about. Basically, when I was in college, I was part of Tau Beta Pi, which is an engineering honors society. And we were going to create a almost not quite like this, but almost like an Amazon bookstore. But this is 1981 or 82. Could be 83. I don't remember now. And the idea is we'd have a database, and books on college campuses are expensive. And they've been that way since I went in 83. And I know still my kids in college, and they're expensive. So the idea was we're going to have a database, and people could bring their books, and they could sell them, and people could go and look for books, and you wouldn't have to go to the university at Northwestern where we went. And so that was what we were going to create. And we actually did create it, and it actually was successful. So to start it, the president in charge of Tau Beta Pi asked me, hey, can you go work on this? And I know this other guy you can work with. And his name's Viresh. So I went and met Viresh. We're down at the computer lab, and that's where we met. And he was a skinny guy, very shy, and I was shy too, but he was much more shy. And he was probably 18 or 19, I don't remember now, and I was 3 years older than that. So we started working on it together. We very much liked each other right away. Later on, you have lunch with your friends, and I would usually hang out with engineering science guys at the lunchroom. And Viresh would be sitting there, and I had Viresh come over, and so he became part of our group, and it was great. It was very nice. We got along really well. And computer people, you run into each other all the time and talk about lots of stuff. He used to talk about how you used to always see me bringing business books around and starting company books, and it was something I always looked at, always was an entrepreneur spirit, and was always something I was interested in. He had his own company at the time. We're kids, right? But called BOSS, Branch Office Software Solutions or something. One thing he did big was he used to fix and build computers. And that's actually something that I talked about when we started the company. We had to do that to make money to bootstrap ourselves. So we'd build computers for people. But he was doing that already. And I remember riding my bike over to his house because he actually lived not far from where I live, which is nice because when you go to college, you don't necessarily come from even the same state. We just happened to, and it was close. And he'd have his computer apart, and we'd be working on the computer. And back then, a big deal was these Intel chips. So you can get a V20 or something like this, which was like an exact copy of an Intel chip, but it was cheaper. So you could build PCs and make them less expensive. So obviously, there's a lot more stories. This is just our meeting, and we spent a lot of time together. So later, I had graduated, and I thought, I'm going to start a real company. So I remember thinking to myself, I know Viresh would want to do that. So I contacted him, and of course he was interested. And that's kind of where everything started. There's a lot more to the story, and I'll put that in another video for everybody who's interested in that kind of stuff. But it was great. I spent tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of hours with him doing lots of different things, both personal and also company and other things like that. So I was very lucky to have run into him, and I treat him as my brother. So that's it. Thanks for listening, and take it easy.